Okay, I apologize for my mom hair. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 7-month postpartum update. Oh, my water's here. My notes are here so I don't ramble too much. So I'm going to be talking about my weight loss, if I'm still breastfeeding, if we're still cloth diapering, some updates on Mavis, if we're gonna be having more kids, and if I'm like on birth control, and any like postpartum issues that I was having early on and how I'm doing now. So just an overall update on all things postpartum. If you've watched my last 2 postpartum updates, I did one at 3 weeks postpartum, and then I did one at 4 months postpartum. So this is 3 months after my last one. So quite a lot has changed and a lot has stayed the same. So if you guys are interested in hearing my 7-month postpartum update, just go ahead and keep on watching. So I already tried filming this a little bit ago. I'll probably insert some clips of me trying to film this. I filmed like the first part, like about me, but Mavis woke up literally as soon as I primed my eyelids because I was gonna do this get ready with me style. So that didn't work out. I tried doing it with her up, but it was, I don't know, I just feel like it's too distracting when she's up because it's not like she just sits still, like she's all over the place. So yeah, I'm gonna do this again like this. She's asleep, so yay. Okay, so as far as I go, I am still working out 3, 4, sometimes 5, but for sure about 4 times a week. I'm doing weights here at home because of COVID. We're not going to the gym right now. Our gym did open last week, but you know, we're not ready yet to hit the ground running, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer. So we are working out here at home. Good thing we have a lot of equipment here because we're not really missing much, but you know, just some machines and stuff like that. But I do miss the Stairmaster a little bit. I did start running last week as well. I've never been a runner. I've never been like a very athletic, active person ever in my life until I had kids and like I gained weight and I had to like be active, which is a huge regret for me. I wish that I would have realized the importance of exercising because it is not only to lose weight, there's so much more to it. It's just for overall health. So I am still exercising. I'm also running now, so that's really exciting, and it's been honestly more fun than I thought it was going to be. I'm running outdoors. I'm not running on the treadmill. Also, that leads me into breastfeeding. I am still exclusively breastfeeding Mavis. She does not take a bottle, and she does drink from a straw though. So she does drink water from a straw when we give her food and all that. I'll give her some water. She just doesn't control it very well, so I just have to like help her. But yeah, she does drink from a straw, so that's pretty cool. And then I did get asked if my breast milk like production is affected when I exercise or once I started exercising, and I don't know if I'm just a freak of nature or what, but I'm just one of those like lucky ones, I guess. I don't know, but I have never had any issues breastfeeding or making milk. I think that it's because I stay home with my kids, with my babies. I've stayed home with them, so I've been able to feed on demand, and that's what makes you produce more milk. So if you like work full-time or you spend more time away from your baby where you have to pump and all that, you have to be diligent about your pumping schedule. Like you have to pump every like 2 hours. I would say at least at first every 3 hours, because there are days where before, I think now Mavis is barely at a point where she nurses pretty much to go to sleep, and then a couple of times in between. But when they're newborns, when they're babies, they nurse sometimes every hour, like all day sometimes, you know, like it's not every day, but there are definitely days where they nurse, you know, every hour. So that's what makes your milk come in and like stay and produce and all of that. So if you can't physically do that, you have to be diligent with your pumping routine like that. So for my 4 months postpartum update, I said that I was 158. So now I am about 155, 154. I could be better. I mean, it's been 3 months, so I should have lost more weight, but with quarantine and with all of that, I just feel like it was an excuse to kind of like fall off a little bit. Not in the sense of like that we haven't been working out, because we have. I probably would have gained weight if I hadn't been working out, but we were just eating out more, or eating in more, I guess you should say. Like, we were doing DoorDash way too much. We were doing like just pickup way too much. So we were definitely binging for a little bit on like food. Be like, oh, we're in quarantine, they have free delivery, they have free, you know, pickup, whatever. So yeah, that was if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should. My Instagram's pretty fun. I try to like post every day. Try to post like cleaning things that I do, like before and afters, or projects that I'm doing, or just little updates here and there. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is at itslilyvargas. I'll put it on the screen. But I've been documenting on there like my running. I talk about how I started running and why I wanted to start running and all of that. My husband's a big runner, so I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna start running. And he like went all out. He bought me some sunglasses so I could run. He bought me some new running shoes. He like has been giving me all the tips, so he's really like excited for me to, you know, develop my running skills. So yesterday was my 5th day that I ran. I ran 4 days last week, and then I ran yesterday. Today Ramses went in super early, so I couldn't run this morning. So if you guys want to see like my progress and, you know, a little bit more detail on that, just go over to my Instagram, and it's in my highlights under running. So you can see, I also screenshot my Apple Watch little stats and stuff, and then you can kind of see my progress. It hasn't been a huge amount of progress, but progress nonetheless. So, and then I also do weights after I run. Full body is what's working for me right now. I'll just do like variations of things. So yeah, I've been doing that here at our house in our little makeshift gym in the garage. Also, I post on Instagram when we work out and stuff. Ramses too, he has an Instagram too, so if you guys want to follow him, he always posts workout exercise stuff on there as well. And oh, I did get questions like, how do I find time to work out? I honestly have to pre-plan. Like I said, my husband's schedule is weird sometimes, so we have to sit down and on, especially like on Sundays or Saturdays or something, and be like, okay, even if we don't get to it on Saturdays or Sundays, I have to be like, babe, it's Monday, like we didn't pre-plan, like I don't know what's going on, blah blah blah. Let's, you know, figure it out. Working out and exercising is really important to me and my husband, so he is really supportive. So it's all about, honestly, pre-planning and prioritizing. Sometimes you're gonna have to work out and not, you know, do something else, and that's just how it is. For me, it's getting it done first thing in the morning. So wake up 30 minutes earlier, 40 minutes earlier, so you can get up, get dressed, take some pre-workout. Also, pre-workout is what got me to the gym every morning when I first started working out. I've never been an athletic person. You can ask my mom. Like, she thinks it's the cutest thing that I work out. Because she's like, well, I've never seen you jump around or do any of those things ever in my life. You know, I'm not somebody that this came easy to. Like, I knew what I was doing. I didn't at all. I still barely know what I'm doing. But so as I was saying, that's how I started actually getting myself to the gym, is taking pre-workout. Because in the morning I'd be like, okay, I just have to get up, I just have to get to the kitchen, or like Ramses would mix the pre-workout for me and he would make me take it, and then you have no choice. Yes, Titi? Yeah? Will that keep you chill? That chill you out? I'm so sorry, guys. So anyways, yeah, I would take pre-workout and I would get myself to the gym, and that helped me long enough for me to realize how good working out made me feel when I would work out in the morning, and then the rest of my day would be, I would feel so like mentally clear. I would have more energy. Even though I would wake up earlier, I would have more energy throughout the day. So then it wasn't as hard for me to get up and work out because I knew like how good I would feel. Okay, and then also my hair loss. My hair is growing back, guys. Look at this. Hopefully you guys can see. Yep, right there. You see all this little hairs here. I did not have these hairs before, or maybe I did, but they were very thin, just a little bit. So like this is where I was losing hair, like along my hairline mostly, but mostly in these two spots right here. Look at this. Look at this hair. All right, all of this, all of this. Look at that. You see that? That, yeah. That's all growth. So I'm super happy with that, that I'm seeing progress. Yeah, so my hair is growing back. Acne's been good. I've been really, really good at doing my skincare routine. So no problems there. Everything's been working for me. Obviously, I've been drinking a ton of water. I just got this. Ah, where's it looking? But this is less than a gallon, but it's bigger than my Hydro Flask, but it's smaller than like a gallon. I'm like, keep looking at me, it's over there. So this is really nice to drink out of, and then the hole right here isn't too big, too small. It's nice to like chug, and you're not gonna feel like you're drowning, kind of thing. We've been trying to speak more Spanish to Mavis and the girls in general, but it's just hard when you're bilingual, especially me and Ramses. Like, it's so awkward when him and I like speak to each other in Spanish. We're just not used to that. We only like speak to each other in Spanish when we're around family and we're all speaking Spanish. But like here at home, we don't. It's kind of weird. We're trying to get used to it. I'm coming, I'm coming. So you guys, this is real life. I don't give you anything but real life around here, okay? I love you. I am not taking any birth control. I said that in my last video. I'm not planning to take any birth control, especially when I stop nursing Mavis. I'm going to start doing the natural cycles again, which is the thermometer, the basal thermometer, where you take your temperature every day and all of that. At least until Ramses gets his vasectomy. We have decided to not have any more kids, and he's going to get a vasectomy sometime soon, maybe this year or so. With COVID, obviously, like, everything's a little weird right now. So, and it's so funny because like I would say maybe like a month ago, we were really like talking about if we wanted to have a fourth baby, and just so that we could be done and we could have our like older pair, our younger pair kind of thing. We really went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for a good like 2 weeks. And the more we talked about it, it was so funny. Like at first Ramses would be like, you know, if you want to, like, I'm so down, like, let's do it, blah blah blah. And then I'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, okay, like, yes, like, let's do it, like, you know, whatever. And then he'd be like, no. So like finally, once we both, you know, went through our phases, you know, of yes and no's, we finally like decided to just stop, and we're going to just have our 3 girls. So Ramses decided this a while ago, before we even had Mavis, that he was going to get a vasectomy, that I was not going to get my tubes tied, or I wasn't going to get back on birth control or anything like that. I feel like the IUD really prevented me from losing the weight that I wanted to lose. And after I got it taken out and I got pregnant, and then I had Mavis, and then now I'm like back in the swing of things, and I'm actually losing and gaining weight, because I wasn't gaining weight on the IUD either. I was literally stopped. If you guys have watched my other videos, like, you've heard this already before. So I did not want to get back on birth control. So yeah, he's going to do that. And you know, I feel like it is a lot my decision, like, if we want to have another baby, like, it's my choice, it's my body and all that, and that's 100% true. But you know, I chose to marry Ramses, so it's like I chose to marry Ramses. Like, you know, we're married and like we make these kids together, so it's like one of those things where I want him involved as well. You know, when I would be in like my no moments, like no, like, I can't get pregnant again, like every time I get pregnant, like something new happens and my body and this, and I feel better about our decision because he was involved in it, and I was able to like express how I feel and why I feel that way, and you know what I mean. And so like, for him to really hear me and understand where I'm coming from was better than me just being like, no, I'm the woman here, I make the decision, it's my body, you know, whatever. That's true, I totally respect that, but also, you know, he's my husband, I respect him too, so I heard his side out too, and all that. So just all that to say, we have decided to just have 3 babies, and Ramsey is going to get a vasectomy. I don't know, maybe sometime this year, after everything calms down. He has to probably go to a consultation or something. But also, I want to get surgery this year too. I want to get my boobs lifted. I've literally been growing boobs since 4th grade, so after having large boobs already, large breasts, boobs, I say boobs, is that weird? And then I had the girls, and you know how much your boobs change after you have kids, if you have kids. And then I breastfed all 3 of them for a full year each, so, well, almost with Mavis. They need some help, you know. And then also, not only that, they don't look bad or anything. I don't feel this has nothing to do with how my boobs like look. This is literally just me, that I feel like I'm a petite person. I'm small, I'm 5 feet tall, so I've always felt uncomfortable that I've had such large boobs for my body, and I could never wear like cute shirts or, you know, anything like, you know, that I want to wear, like anything that I feel like is cute or whatever. I would feel like all I could wear is like t-shirts or really tight shirts, because when you wear tight shirts it accentuates your boobs, so that way it's like, hey, I have boobs, I'm not just like big, like, you know, because when you wear like a loose fitting shirt and you have big boobs, it makes you look bigger than you are. So you have to either wear like a t-shirt or something really tight. If you're, you know, big boob girls out there, you know where I'm coming from. So my intention is to get a boob lift, and for if like I get a lift and he's like, oh, your boobs are still like a big C or a big D or something, then I'm going to reduce them. I want to have them like maybe like a full C, or maybe like a B, I don't know, we'll see once I go to my consultations and stuff. But yeah, I want to downsize them as well, so it all depends on what size they are once I lift them. Also, let me know if you know anyone that's had a breast lift, or if you've had a breast lift, because we have heard, Ramsey and I have heard both sides, that like insurance will cover it if you have some sort of back issues, and but also we've heard that you have to go to like the doctor a bunch of times and get a referral from your doctor in order for the insurance company to cover that. And we've also heard like, no, you can just go straight to whatever doctor you want to do the surgery and tell them, hey, like I have back pain, like I want to get my breasts reduced, and they'll bill your insurance and insurance will pay for it. So we've heard like both. So let me know your experience, or anyone you know's experience, just get a little more information on that, because I do have to go to a consultation, but I want to wait until I'm done breastfeeding Mavis. I'm going to start weaning her about September. I usually start weaning them at about 11 months, and then so by like October I'll start going to consultations, November maybe. We are saving for that, you know, just in case obviously we have to pay for it. I don't really want to finance any money. So also I might get a tummy tuck. Ma'am, excuse me. I might get a tummy tuck as well, depending on how much weight I lose by then and just how I'm feeling, because honestly my boobs bother me way more than my loose mommy skin on my stomach, way more. So, and I've never really been like a crop top like wearing kind of person, even, you know, before I had kids. So I'm not too worried about my stomach area as I am, you know, my boobs. All right, so a lot has changed for Mavis in the past 3 months. Babies grow like that. She's not a baby anymore. She's a full-grown baby. I feel like she's like basically a toddler. She is wild. I feel like she's the most wild kid that I've had, in the sense that she always wants to be climbing on something, jumping. She's like jumps over anything. Like, she's just crazy. Like, she cannot like hold herself, so it's like I have to watch her because she will like hurt herself. She's not afraid. She's wild. So she's definitely my wild child. So right now she's weighing 19 pounds. Last month for her 6, she's 19 and a half technically now. Sorry, I need some water. So she only gained like half a pound this month, which is good because she's ginormous. So her hair has grown back. She doesn't have that bald spot anymore, and like the rest of her hair is like grown in. She's kind of looking like me, you know. And she's crawling, like literally she started crawling, I want to say, at about 6 months, but she would like crawl, like she would drag her butt, or she would like, you know, throw her body, and then she would like army crawl kind of thing. Or like also she would crawl like regularly, but she would crawl like super slow. Like she would get kind of mixed up sometimes with her hands or her legs. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with that she was so big, like she was so heavy. You know, she was like 19 pounds at 6 months old, so I feel like she had to like gain her strength to like hold her own body up to crawl. And it was so sad because it's like she wanted to crawl, she wanted to stand, she wanted to do all these things, but like she would like, like I felt like she was just heavy. So yeah, now she's a lot stronger now, so she's actually full on crawling left right. She's doing it. She's not using like her little playmat anymore. She's not using the little swing anymore, the 4-mom swing. I actually already sold that to one of my friends. She's not using a bouncer anymore. So the only things that we have for her now are like that little, it's like a little walker thing where you stand on it. Like, we still have to help her, but she'll sit and play with that, or she'll like hold on to it. There's also like another little cube like activity thing that we had from when Jet was a baby. And then we also have a little activity center where she sits in the middle of it, and there's like toys and stuff around it, so she does sit in there. And then we also sit her in the high chair. She's wearing 9-month clothes. The 9-month clothes is fitting her like just right, so I feel like, geez, like hopefully she slows down right now and she'll stay in the 9-month clothes for a little bit longer. That's what it seems like, because like I said, she only gained half a pound in this last month. I wrote on here that she's sleeping in her room every nap, la la la, but these past 2 days hasn't been the case. But I'm not gonna give up. That's the thing about a lot of things with babies and kids, is that they'll do really well with something, and then they'll like stop and fall off, and then you're like, what the heck, you know, and then you kind of give up. So just don't give up, you know, just don't give up. We are still cloth diapering. Right now we're washing every like 3 days still, I think, and that's just because we don't like to wait till the last minute. But I change her probably like every 3 hours, and she's does really well. We have no problems with the cloth diapers. I do want to research how to like do a deep clean on them, because I feel like they need like some sort of like deep cleaning. If you guys have any tips for me for that, let me know. She does not take a pacifier, but she does like the little Wubbanub elephant with the passy on it. She likes to bite it. She'll suck on it here and there, but she really likes to hold on to it and bite it. I think it's just like the perfect size for her to hold on to. And then since she's teething right now, she, you know, likes to bite it. And then she does wear her like amber necklace, and her slobbering has slowed down a little bit. Like, she was slobbering for a while. It kind of goes like in phases. Like, she'll be slobbering a lot for a day or two, and then she'll be fine, and you know, back and forth. So right now, these past few days, she's been pretty good, but no teeth have sprouted yet, so we're still waiting on her teeth to come out. I don't even use the boppy for her anymore to nurse her, because she's so big. I just hold her, like I just rock her in the rocking chair and nurse her. So the boppy is more for just like, she just uses it as a pillow and to like play on it and stuff. And as far as the car seat goes, we, like I mentioned in the last video, we don't sit in the back seat with her. We never have sat in the back seat with her. I think it's just been a couple of times where she was like really freaking out, and I like will kind of go back there and like kind of comfort her until we get home. But we haven't been on like a super long car ride where like I needed to go back there with her. The girls are back there, you know, in the way back, so they'll kind of talk to her too sometimes to comfort her. but we learned that from Jet not to sit. If you're a first-time mom or you're pregnant or whatever, please take my word for it, do not sit in the back with your baby. It was the worst, like one of the worst experiences to have to wean Jet from us sitting in the back seat with her. She would cry herself to sleep. It was so sad. Like, she would whimper, she would cry so badly. Like, I don't know if this is all kids, but I definitely blame us that it was because we would sit in the back with her. Like, I sat in the back with her, I don't even know how long, until she was, you know, a little bit where I felt like she was a little bit bigger, where I didn't need to sit in the back with her. And then she just would cry and cry and cry and cry. It was the worst. So basically we just had to, like, cold turkey, I just not sit in the back with her, just talk to her and just give her toys and like all that, and like she would still cry until eventually, you know, she was okay. But it was so bad. So yeah, we didn't do that with Charlotte. I don't know if it's because like Jet was back there with her, so it was easier for her. I don't know, but like we never had that problem with her because we never sat in the back with her. So that's what we're trying to implement with Mavis, not to sit in the back with her, so that doesn't happen. So yeah, helpful tip: if you can not sit in the back with your baby, just don't do it. You'll thank me later. And as far as food goes, we have been pretty much giving her like tastes of everything. At first we just started with like one thing, and then we would wait a couple days, another thing, just, you know, for the whole allergy thing. But fun fact, they're like, if you exclusively breastfeed your baby, they are less prone to having allergic reactions as babies to food that you feed them. I will link an article or where I found it below, because I remember reading this forever ago. I get lots of like info and like articles and stuff about breastfeeding, just because, you know, when you have baby apps and all that stuff, like they send you stuff. So I remember reading that, and I thought that was so interesting, that a breastfed baby is usually is less prone to having an allergic reaction. You could feed them foods and not be as worried, I guess. Like, I don't know, but I thought that was really interesting. So anyways, we started with avocado and carrots and broccoli and stuff like that. Now, and I would just make it myself. I would just steam it, and then I would just put in the Vitamix and blend it up, and then I would give it to her. So now she's eating like potatoes, and like my suegra gave her caldo from the beans. Like, you make beans, and then you can give the baby the juice from, you know, when the beans boiled and stuff. She gave her that. She loved that. So yeah, she's pretty much eating whatever we give her, honestly. So she's loving it. She loves food, so she's always super interested in eating everything that we're eating, and no problems, no allergic reactions or anything like that. And some of her favorite things right now, like I said, she likes a little wubba nub to like bite on it and stuff. And then she's not very interested in the iPad anymore, and like the little videos that we used to play for her when she was a baby. I don't know if she's ready for something else, and we just haven't found it yet. But she does like to watch the TV with the girls sometimes when they're watching movies and all of that. But yeah, she's not interested in that little baby video anymore. She loves her sisters. Honestly, the girls can make her laugh. And she loves her Tia P. Like, honestly, my sister, she sees my sister and she gets so happy. It's hilarious. And she just makes her laugh. Like, the girls make her laugh. Like, they do the most simple things and she will laugh. And me and Ramses and everybody else are just like doing the most, and she doesn't laugh. So it's really funny. She really loves music, and she loves when you dance for her. Like, if you're dancing and singing, like, she thinks it's so funny and cute, and she'll smile. She loves being outside. We recently just started taking her in the stroller and going on walks. Well, Ramses, he'll take all three of the girls on walks, like while I'm making dinner or something. He'll just like go around the neighborhood, and she loves it. She'll literally sit there. I think she gets a little nervous in the stroller because she'll sit there and then she'll have her hands like this, like she feels like she's gonna fall out of the stroller, but she just like stays like this, like looking around, and she loves being outside. So she has a really good time on their little walks. Oh, and she's also doing this grunting thing. Like, that's how she communicates with you when she wants something.
Agua. Agua. Agua.
I'll put some clips on here. It's so funny. And then she started yelling as well. So like she'll yell. She'll just be like, like she's testing out her, like, yeah, I'm not obviously not yelling right now, but she's like testing out her voice, like how loud she can make her voice. She'll do that at like 4 in the morning, like we'll change her diaper or whatever when we're trying to go back to sleep, and she will literally just be yelling at like 4 in the morning. It's like you can't, like in the moment you're like, oh my god, but you like can't help but laugh like the 4th or 5th time she does it because she sounds so funny. She pulls herself up. She just needs to like get a grip on something and she will pull herself up. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about my postpartum or the baby or anything like that, or if you want to share how old your babies are and what they're doing right now, I would love that. Leave it in the comments below. But yeah, I'm so happy I got through this video because she is still asleep. Whew, real life over here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.